Federation is an amalgamation of different business forums whereby we are constituted of our mothers, women, we've got young people, youth, we've got MKMVA veterans which form part of our allies, and then we've got your previously convicted people who were doing wrong things before because it's what they say, and then we've got people living with disability that have formed a federation so that they lobby, they advocates, they also influence for them to participate into the mainstream economy. You've got your Youth in Action organization, you've got your Inyagato Business Forum, you've got your Telangogbona Business Forum, known as Mafias and so forth. And then we've got too many others under us, including Osakawa and others, which form parts of the federation. There's too many. We've got more than 35 business forums currently, and I will be unfair if I can name them all. We started in KZN, particularly in Durban. It's where we were felt in, lobbying, advocating for business opportunities. But now we went to Mpumalanga, we are now in Gauteng, Limpopo. We were all over, and because people are passionate, they've called us, they've said they want to see themselves participating, but they do not have a mechanism. They think that the federation can assist them. So we went there, we responded, now they are formed as a federation in different provinces. We had our RET national address, of which we are going to send. We have raised our concern with the statement the president said, because we strongly believe that he's also our president, and we highly respect President the Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. But of course, we will say that it's so shameful for him not to firstly understand who we are, not to engage with us as number one citizen of this country, and also us as the federation, which has always engaged different stakeholders, including our government. We have said then we are going to write to him to say we need an urgent meeting to him so that we will go to the public and surely apologize, because there is nothing wrong. When you say we must be arrested and that's with harshly, those statements, you see, they are not good, even to our local people. In fact, this will maybe instigate violence, because our people are losing hope in our own grassroots level where we are, because with the issue of where we went in that hospital was the issue of questioning pressure and the consultants, which are paid 2,500 per hour, which will amount to millions of rand. For more than 8 months, those people have not even delivered one thing. And who is paying that? The people who are unemployed, people who is young people. So we've told the president that we want an urgent meeting, but we also clear that it was not just the president saying that, he was advised by an external part. So we want to tell that external force that, listen, we are going to trigger debates about this. We are going to allow our society to take action into these statements, because we don't represent ourselves. We represent those who are marginalized. We represent those who are in deep rural areas, those in townships which they do not have any opportunities. Currently, if you can go around and check, there are no tenders that are out. In fact, we only rely on private sector, I must say. Private sector has played a high fundamental role in us receiving opportunities, but in our own government, there are no tenders. People can come and create employment. Why is that so? So we are telling the president, they must find a mechanism of implementing RET. They can just not pronounce RET and not find ways. If there are ways, then why we are not integrated? Because we are part of people who have spoken about CPG, which is Contract Participation Goal, and we are one of the people who have said PPPFA must be monitored, that is being implemented proper. If that is not happening, then why are we not called in? And then these debates proceed. Commissions of inquiry are created all over when people are killed, when there's troubles all over. There's us, we exist. We've got more than 10,000 members throughout the province, and the number is escalating. Now, when you deal with us, you must be proper who you are dealing with. As the federation, we currently have created a lot of stability. Of course, because we don't control the business forums, but the business forums exist autonomously from the federation. They've got their own constitution and police. But the federation has become a group that creates stability through engaging and triggering debates on how can people participate. Now we will find this, there are business forum who want to duplicate, because federation is not formed now. It was formed 4 years back. So there are those people who feel that we are not doing justice to them, because it seems like we are understanding. So when they are being formed, they will act arrogantly, they will want to go and shut down sites. But what we've done as the federation, we've created a stakeholder relations with government, with private sector. It's just that it's so unfortunate that our government doesn't understand who we are, because that platform is becoming restricted. We don't know by who, but we've always approached government to understand who we are. They've always responded through the media. Every time when we sit with them, we are on the maybe 125 on the line, because there is others waiting to engage with our leaders. But because we are strongly believing that service delivery is for people who live in our own local areas, in our own township, in the rural areas and in remote deep areas. Those people can't remain living in deep areas of poverty lines. Those people can't be people who don't know what to eat, yet petrol is raised, yet food has risen so high. And you must remember this, public pay taxes. And through these taxes is how our senior leaders in government get paid. So for them not to accommodate us, it seems like it will be a time-ticking bomb. We can't say we shut sites, but our forums go, and if they feel there is resistance, they don't understand those which we approach, they then say, no, we can't continue like this, because we've lobbied for 30% contract participation goal, which means every day there is budget that is going to be spent. So every day, which means we are being robbed. Therefore, when we want to engage with you, we are saying, please, at least for now, stop. Let us sit on the table. Let's again know what is your corporate social investment mechanism. What is your enterprise development empowerment strategy? What is your skilling program going to comprise on? When we don't find answers, therefore we say, please, wait a moment, let's engage, and then we can proceed when we are part of the project. Well, there is a lot of circumstances whereby we are not with violent. I think people are failing dismally to articulate violent and a debate that is triggered with boldness. You see, when we engage, we are bold. Maybe when we are saying I'm militant, it's because of the way I'm engaging. But militancy with violence, those are two different things. In nature, young people, when they engage, you see, they will raise their voices. There is no way whereby we carry guns or we hit people, yes. But of course, there are those within us who have licenses for guns, and there are those within us who have employed security companies because they are afraid of their lives. There are those within us who knows that they can be terminated anytime from now, so they need to protect themselves. Obviously, you can't protect yourself with the hand, you see. People bring guns, but we don't use guns for bad intention. There is no one carrying a gun to threaten anyone. We always trigger debates. We are professional. We've engaged with Master Builders Association. We've engaged with SAFSEC. We've engaged with high developers, including Mr. Vivian Reid, who have welcomed us and said, listen, I want to make sure that you, as the Federation, are linked with the relevant people. As you know, I'm raising his name because he's one part of the example where we shutted down the oceans, and government and other people said, we are busy chasing away investors. But the problem is that those investors that come in our own areas, they do not know that we as the Federation are the one creating stability, but we seek participation. So the developers are influenced and informed that they must make sure that they know who is doing technical things, who are people who are going to conduct labor-related trades and so forth and so forth. But I must assure you on this, we are now having people who are chartered accountants, we are having professionals, black lawyers are here, we are having quantity surveyors, architects. Those people are not mad. The framework that our government has adopted, we strongly believe it has to be reviewed. CSD is randomly picking people, but people are not benefiting economically and through the employment.